Good afternoon, everyone. I am Yuvraj Singh. I started the interview HR interview round and a technical round in a SQL structured query language questions. So let's practice again. So the first question is, tell me about yourself. I am Yuvraj Singh. I am from Rio, Madhya Pradesh. I have recently graduated from Indira Gandhi Government Engineering College, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. Specialization in information technology and passed with 8.1 CGPA. Coming to the technical expertise, I am working on MERN stack development and highly interested in low-level system design and work and solved many problems on lead code and geeks for geeks. Coming to the internship experience, I have completed my internship from Descriptive Solution Private Limited as a full stack developer, where day-to-day work I worked on a backend part. Coming to the soft skills and my strength is I am a goal-oriented, time-oriented, punctual, quick learner, and adaptability. And my hobbies are singing song and listening music. So Yuvraj, please tell me your five strength and weakness. My strength is goal oriented, time oriented, punctual, and punctual, quick learner, and team player is my main strength. And my weakness is in a communication, but my weakness was I nervous in a first time meetup, but currently I improved myself. Where do you see in your 5 years? I see myself in a within a 5 years as a senior software engineer, where I worked on I lead a project and working a highly critical project and mo- and working with a junior and guidance to the my juniors. Yuvraj, how do you handle pressure? Ma'am, I handle pressure by breaking a problems into sub problems and taking a rest and work prioritize my work. So after applying these situations, I handle my pressure. I pressure. Why should we hire you? You hire me because I have a great skills and my technical experience in a software development is matching with your requirements, and I am a quick learner. So according to your responsibility and job role as a .NET developer and .NET working project, so I can catch up your project and I know about your company and your product and your services. So this is a more feasible to me to enhance your product. Why do you want to become a software engineer? I am passionate about my code. I passionate about my coding problem solving skills and love to building our application and improve. Love to. I am really love to. I really love to make a software and feature like that solve a real world problem. So I enjoy the learning and new technology. So I want to become a software engineer. Where do you completing your class 10th and class 12th? I have completed my class 12th and class 10th from government Matan higher secondary school Rio Madhya Pradesh, and class 10th as well as 90 percentage and class 12th as well as 90 to 89 percentage. What do you know about lead venture? A lead venture is a lead venture is a global technology. A lead venture is a market leading software. Uh, a lead venture is a lead venture is a leading provider. A lead venture is a market leading provider of digital solution for the dealership. It helps over 40,000 40,000 dealership across different domains. Across different domains. A lead venture is a provided leading provider to digital solutions for the dealership. It helps over 40,000 dealership across the different domains. And the lead venture mission is to empower business to the dealership. And I really excited to work on the around 1300 pupils that are working on lead venture. And lead venture is a really good company, and this is a unique industry. And expert here expert solution and consultation comprehensive. There are many brands such as Dealer Spike, TCS Technologies, Intra RV, and digital marketing, Dealer Spike, and ARI Networking. So there are many cars, dealer cars. There are many brands, and currently, partner lead venture is making a partnership with Sheffield Finance, and Leo Gong and Iron Connect. And I am really very excited to working on that. Can I practice again? Okay. So tell me about yourself. Good evening, ma'am. I am Yuvraj Singh. I am from Rio, Madhya Pradesh. Currently, I am living Sector 28, Gurugram, Haryana. I have completed my graduation from Indira Gandhi Government Engineering College, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, specialization in information technology, and passed with 8.1 CGPA. Coming to the technical expertise, I am working on MERN stack development, and so really excited to learn a low-level system design. And I have solved multiple problems on a lead code and gigs for gigs, data structures and algorithms. Coming to the my internship experience, I have completed my internship from Descriptive Solution Private Limited as a full stack developer, where day-to-day work I have worked on a MERN backend part. Coming to the my soft skills, so my soft skills are I am a time oriented, punctual, goal oriented person with goal oriented person, and really highly motivated and self motivated, quick learner, and team player person. Adaptability. And my what is your weakness, strength and weakness? So my strength is I am a goal oriented, time oriented, punctual, and adaptability and quick learner. And my weakness is I does not my weakness was communication skills. But currently I am working within a since I have been working since 2 weeks. I want to see myself as a senior software engineer within a 5 years, and upgrading myself and learn quick. I want to see myself as a senior software engineer, where I would lead a difficult project, and guidance to my juniors. Why should we hire you? You have my My skill is a quick learner, and quick learner is a make a change to a program as a company requirement. If you hire me, and I am a right person to work with you, because I have a knowledge about your company and your organization and your project according to domain. Spark a project is hiring a currently team, and I have a basic a little bit knowledge about your project. So I think I am a good person fit for your company. What do you know about lead venture? A lead venture is a lead venture is a lead venture is a market leading global market leading provider, a digital solution to the dealers dealers. And it has been 14,000 more than 14,000 of the happy customers. And coming to the its aim, mission and growth. So lead venture company mission is empower the dealership business around the world with a digital solution. And in past 20 years it has increased 1,300 employees in a company, and support with a highly driven solutions. And it has a unique employee leading technologies, expert support, and consultation. So coming to the brand, Lead venture has a many brands such as a dealership Skype, dealer Spike, Dealer Spike, Rooms 58, TCS Technologies, ARI Networking, and Interactar with dealer cars. There are many variety of companies. And coming to the partnership. So Lead Venture is currently partnered with Iron Connect, Liu Gong, and Sheffield Finance. And I am really very excited to working on a Lead Venture. And why do you want to work here? I want to work here because my skills and a technical expertise in a software development is a good as company requirement. And uh, and lead venture is a company that providing me a good solution and good working environment to explore myself according to myself and working around the various projects. So this is a improved my learning skills and career growth as well as personal growth. So this is the reason I want to working on the lead venture. What do you understand software development? A software development is a process to development any real world problem. A software development is a process to solve our real world problem into to make a digital solution. So software development, initially we need to thinking about a project. I need to follow the SDLC process. So SDLC process is makes our concise and precise way to convey our systems. How can system work? So there are seven layers which I need to work. The first thing is requirement gathering. So what is the requirement in presence of to me, and what is the requirement and what is the client says to me. The second thing is uh, analysis. How can we implement it on this? So this is our requirement. According to requirement, I need to be working on that. How can I analysis, and what is technologies, what is tools, and what is developers? How can we develop team, and how can we design, and how can it handle the resources? So this is a second for analysis. The third for is design. Here low level design and high level design is made according to the project requirements. So here lead of company software engineers and this principal software engineers as well as infrastructure IT team is making a software broad diagram. How can be developed, and how can it application entirely work? And the fourth thing is development. And development is developed by many software engineers, like feature by feature. It should be maybe uh, it may be a broadband like that monolithic architecture or a microservice architecture. So according to me, a lead venture always follows the according to the client's microservice architecture. Here backend is divided into multiple parts, but frontend is on an entire single application. So according to my knowledge, because the lead venture is always follow the microservice architecture. So microservice architecture has different services according to the client's requirement. And coming to the next is phase is testing. Testing is a phase there when a software engineer or software developer develop a feature, then software tester and automate test manual testing, and maybe it should be automatic testing. And when it is tested and well maintained and code review after this process, it should be going at dev server, which is development server. What can do development server is developed our code, our local code to development server, and when finalized, no effect into the entirely application. So we will we will we need to merge up into a production server. So this is a server. And the last the final thing is maintenance, which is responsibility of a company or our lead venture company to maintain a software easy way. So this is an entirely process, and where SDLP process is a followed by many company. So according to me, company is of always followed the agile process. So what is agile process? Agile methodology is used to maintain a software. Suppose a Facebook software is already exist in the market, and there are many users. So I make a feature. Whenever I make a feature and complete it to entirely, then I extractly check on that. And whenever a feature requires, then we work on a sprint. And after completing this project, we merge up into a main product. So this is agile. One our project is exists, and at the level I adding on multiple features. So this is agile process. And Currently time, all the, according to me, all the big product is follow always follows the agile process. So this is all a overview about the software industry, how can it works. Taking a break on you 2 minutes. What do you expect from this job? Ma'am, according to me, as I am a fresher and applied for the associate software engineer, so I want to learn. Learning, the lead venture is providing me learning opportunity, career growth, personal growth, as well as company's growth, which is important. So I highly focused on a career growth, my personal growth, and company growth, as well as product environment. So this is according to me. And one more minute, I open the another PDF which is included more than questions. Technical interview, 1 minute, just a minute, wait a minute. Where is it? Yes. Okay. So next question is that, how do you think how do you think your skills align with my job requirements? So according to me, I have always followed the software development life cycle, which is a SDLC process and Scrum method. Whenever I think according to this, the first requirement, according to you, the candidate should be familiar with SDLC process and uh, SDLC process and Scrum methodology and Scrum calls. So I aware according to me. And the second thing is that .NET technologies. So I have also know about the microservices, as well as I also know about the your job requirement object oriented programming, which helps us to understand the C sharp and .NET as well as earlier. So according to me, whenever within a 12 days and to 12 days to 30 days, I really good according to your company project, as well as Spark team. And coming to the next question, have you worked any project similar to what we do? Yes, I have worked on my internship. Yes, I have worked. How have you worked on any project similar to what we do? Yes, I have worked according to your project, but the project is smaller. So what is the project? The Veracity project in my internship company internship project, and I have working according to that situation. So I'm working on many features. The first thing is language change according to the globalization language change. The second thing feature is around the alert part. The third feature is according to the learning management system. The fourth part is velocity fishing deep sea. So these are a feature and working around I project. So these features, but according to me, I have not worked on a microservice architecture, because I have worked on a single monolithic architecture. And coming to the what do you expect from job? I previously said that. Tell me about a time when you faced a challenge and how could you handle it? Yes, ma'am. I have faced a challenge in a Veracity project. It is a security software where I have a problem to when where I have a problem to introduce to implement the localized language according to the challenges. But here, what is challenge to me? We not use the API to languages such as Google Translation and many other APIs. So here I used to Microsoft React I118 AP 118 package, which handles to the which is a difficult to me to provide manually and provide to automatically is field which is a static to change their domains. So according to me, I takes within a 15 days, more than 15 days, because it task is a it is a bigger task to me. But I suggested to company, please can you purchase to me and a premium and a subscription or API keys to provide me API keys of Google Translation that translates our application static field. But they won't agree with my points, and I do manually it, and if currently this is a working. So it proves my if a task is difficult, it proves that if task is difficult to me, I worked around you according to you. And next question: describe a situation where you worked a team. In my internship experience as a Veracity project is a broad project. Suppose like that a security software which is used by many clients. So in my team there are a product owner and product team, development team, and a testing team, as well as senior software engineer and project leaders. So according to me, I have never my conflict has never been occurred to the our team that what we are doing and what I am doing. So according to me, this is a great conversation, and I worked on with a team. So I am handle you constructive criticism. How do you handle constructive criticism? By taking feedback from the our seniors, and by take if someone is take from was talking to me that you guys please you are not doing well and here you need to improvement yourself. So I improved myself as my senior is providing me feedback. Tell me about a time when you failed and what you learned from. Yes. So this is really excited question to me. I have failed about my previous interview as a lead venture. So this is a very difficult situation for me. But currently I am well prepared for it, and I applied more companies and looking at more companies. So this was my first failure, and currently 435 companies I have already applied due to company requirements. And according to me, and at least Amazon and Microsoft, big companies I have already I applied. But I go to around one or two more interview round according to tier third college. I am a student pursuing that, but currently not well. And how do you adopt new technologies? As my strength is a quick learner. So, as previously said, I have a difficult situation. I have a situation to move a project into a new project which is developed on a Python project. So, this is a difficult task to me. And according to me, implementation feature is small, but the programming language is new for me. So within a 2 to 3 days, I move on a resource and learning the documentation, and taking help from the Stack Overflow. After that, I implemented a feature as well as no problem. Can you give me example when you do learn something quickly? Yes, Python language is an example for me, and l- creating a GitHub alert and LinkedIn alert is a LinkedIn alert as well as is a quick learning for me. Technical project. Can you technical project based questions? Can you explain one recent projects? Okay. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. I want to again open a new project. Slides, PPT. Okay, just a minute. No, 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 no. Can you explain your recent project? I have worked around the Veracity project, which is a company project. Actually, there are 3 to 4 feature projects according to the company, but current I initial time a basic beginner they putting into me a super project which is a pet care product, and after I taking I experience they first in a topo scouting product, and after that they transforming me to a big project which is known as Veracity. What technologies you used in your project? I have used Merge Stack, MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js in my project. So in my project, Veracity project, I am mainly working on a learning management system project. LMS part is really helpful to me to improve my strength. Have you ever faced technical challenges working project? Yes, I have faced As initial time I have not a knowledge according to the GitHub, so by accidentally I put my secret key in on GitHub, but this, suddenly this was a private key and private repository. So they my team lead and technical lead is always talking to me that please remove them there, and please do not. And one more thing I remember that I merged the main code into development tool without a development server and testing server. I merged up into a production branch. So my technical lead is really angry with me, but they told me it is your first warning, and according to that, at till time and currently now I have no merge up in directly to my production team. So this is my benefit for me. And have you do stay updated latest technology development? Yes, currently I am follow a LinkedIn very much aware according to LinkedIn and as well as YouTube, and follow the media dev community, development developers community, as well as I follow Stack Overflow for currently trends. And we know that artificial intelligence is the currently trends, and according to me. And are you comfortable working with tight deadlines? Yes, I have completed. I am a comfortable. Yes, comfortable with working with the tight deadlines because I have worked in a service-based companies as well as tightly within complete a product within a 2 to 3 days, and really it takes a time, but they finally give me a time to working around the 2 or 3 days. So I worked according to that. Are you comfortable working with a team environment? Yes, I agree with you because product-based company, as I know, Allied Venture is a product-based company, and it is an entire a globally team that working around the company, and I really excited to working around that. And I think I have a comfortable both of them whenever I working around the team. So I have a opportunity to learn with the team and what error initially you do, and you may ask it to your seniors and your managers. But but at a single time, I already prepares both of them. No problem. I have. Have you do handle a disagreement of you with your manager? I think no, because in my previous company, my manager is very really a good person guy. Are you open to relocating? Yes, recently I am looking a Gurugram location, so I am relocating. No problem to relocate here. Are you willing to work extra hours? Yes, whenever a company requirement, I prepare. Whenever company required, I really work around to the extra hours. Are you willing to work with extra hours when required? Yes, when company required, I am available to company requirement. What are your expectation required work life balance? The lead venture is already providing me a good providing us to providing his employees their employees to a good work life balance, such as festival leaves and Indian festival leaves and PL and CL. According to that, a lead venture is already provided to the employees to the Saturday and Sunday off. So according to me, it's already care. The lead venture is already care about my work life balance. So I have not questioned according to that. Have logistics. So what is your, according to my prefer as your company standard, you can give me as requirement when you can join if you selected. I join within a 3 to 4 days according to your company requirement. Do you have any offers in hand? No, currently I have no offer. Do you have any question for me this? No. So this is my HR interview round, and we I taking a 2 minutes break, and I moves on a SQL questions as well as. So taking a break. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. 30 minutes of interview preparation and give it some motivation to me and working around all the companies and improvement my English speaking surveillance, and taking around our questions, and we just have a fun. So can I play a song, Alexa? प्ले हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम सॉन्ग।
हम तुम्हारे हैं सनम by
Let's enjoy it.
Anuradha Podwal and Udit Narayan from Geo Savan.
हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम, हम तुम्हारे सनम, जाने मन मोहब्बत की है कसम की कसम, ना जुदा होंगे हम।
हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम, हम तुम्हारे सनम, जाने मन मोहब्बत की हर कसम की कसम, ना जुदा होंगे हम। हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम।
ये सुहाने पल, ये मुलाकातें हम न भूलेंगे, प्यार की बातें। ये सुहाने पल, ये मुलाकातें हम न भूलेंगे, प्यार की बातें। हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम, हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम, जाने मन मोहब्बत की है कसम की कसम, ना जुदा होंगे हम।
हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम।
जब उठाए हम निगाहें तुमको देखें तुमको पाए दूर जाए अपना
हम तुम्हारे हैं, तुम्हारे सनम, हम तुम्हारे हैं, तुम्हारे सनम, जाने मन मोहब्बत की हर कसम की कसम, ना जुदा होंगे
हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम जाने मन मोहब्बत की हर कसम ना जुदा होंगे हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम 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 हम तुम्हारे हैं तुम्हारे सनम
Stay on top of every thrilling moment in the ICC Champions Trophy with Alexa's real-time cricket updates. Simply ask, Alexa, what's the score, to instantly dive into the action.
So, how are you? I started my again interview preparation in a SQL structured query language. So, should we move? Yes, we should be move. Okay. So the first question is SQL. Let's reminder the five most important questions around the structured query language SQL or database in an interview round. The first question is normalization is very important question for you. The second question is join. Join is really very important within an interview. The third question is the third thing is your keys, primary key, foreign key, candidate key, and many other things keys are available. And the fourth one is aggregate function. The fifth thing is that your query. So if you are acid property, let me remind acid property. So these are many things which you should be remember whenever you going to the interview. So currently I deep dive into our series. So the first question is that around that, what is SQL? What is SQL? So SQL is a programming language which used to communicate in a relational database. What is SQL? SQL is a programming language which used to SQL is a programming language like that C and C++, which used to communicate with a relation database. So what is the types of commands? So there are five types of command. The first is DDL, data definition language. Data definition language. And what is this? It means that data definition language, you need to work around the table, around your database. So so let's suppose a question. It should be possible to one database has multiple tables. Yes, is it exists. It exists because within a one project you think around the deeper. According to suppose I take an example, Amazon. Amazon have a multiple product such as user category, product category, order category, payments category. So each table has a each database. So what is it means? Each table can have exist multiple values. So the first thing is that data definition language. So how can we do it? We need to create a table, update a table, alter a table, drop a table. Matlab entirely table what action we perform. So the first action is creating a table. So what is the command? Create table name. Create table name. What is table name? Suppose that payment. Create table payment page. Or create table student name. Create table student. Create table employee. Create table which organization as requirement. So we are working around that. And the second thing is that DML, data manipulation language. So what should be DML is working? Data manipulation language is working around the data. How can you add your data on a table? Because this DDL is creating a table, but DML what is working? How to select what action you need to perform on a data and attributes. What? How can you insert your data? How can you update your data? And how can you delete your data? So according to the data related performance or operations, you need to be learn about DML. These processes are known as data manipulation language. The third is one is DCL. What is the full form of data control language? So what is a DCL? Grant and revoke. Such as it is mainly used in a transaction online OTAP online transaction, online analytical and transaction online OLAP, online analytical ONAP, OL OLAP, OLTP. So according to a reminder that OLAP and OLTP. So what is OLAP? Online analytical process. And what is OLTP? Online transaction process. So what is OLAP? OLAP is an online analytical process that are need to be how to our databases work and how can our I access and create data into a table. The what is DCL is a command type OLTP, online transaction process protocol or process. So how can suppose we are moving into payment page, what can I do? I perform a transaction. Whenever I go to voting, what can I do? I give a vote. Suppose whenever we I go to the into the shopping mall and swipe a card, and so what can I do? Online transaction. And what is OLAP? Online analytical perform. We fill up into a form. We view into a data. So what is that? Analytical process. So database actually mainly two types: online analytical process and online transaction process. So the second one is TCL. TCL is the fourth one. What is TCL? Is mainly transaction control language. So what is TCL? Commit, rollback, save point. What is commit? Suppose whenever I payment, I want to do a Google Pay and payment. So when I enter 2000 rupees and send to person A, so what is this process is committing into a database that initializing payment according to this person. And the second thing is rollback. Suppose I want to pay someone 2000 rupees and I initialize the process payment process, and process is going to page 1 and process is going to page 2, but instantly my network is down. So what happened? If the payment is successful or else rejected. Suppose if our payment is successful, so it gives a acknowledgement to me that your process is completed now. Else it is a rollback. Then this payment is not be completed. Please repayment again. If the amount is not detected from your account, if amount is detected from your account, so it gives you a message. Please wait just 2 or 3 days. We will be back your payment later. So this is a process on transaction control language. So commit process is a starting, rollback if processes are not completed, and save point if processes are completed. So what is char and char and where char into a database? So char is means a fixed length variable. How? Suppose I want to return my name, Yuvraj. First name is Yuvraj, second name is Singh. Suppose I have entered the date of birth. Okay. I want to enter my date of birth. So my what is date of birth? 17 April 2003. And how many years I old? 22 years old. So what is the length? 2. 1, 2. So here we need to use varchar? No. Why? Because I know what is the size of character. Got it? I know what is the size of the character that I need to implement it on the database. Suppose mobile number. If you selected country code, suppose India or America or USA or Brazil, so according to that, you not need to be according to India plus 91 and 10 digit mobile number almost without telephony and any other things. But if you suppose any other things, Brazil plus 3 at initial and plus 6 any other 9 digits, almost 15 digits. So where I know what is the size of the text or data, so here I can use char variable. It is not used to be predicted or padded spaces. Suppose, how can I tells you, it is not used to predicted and padded space. If I want to name my Yuvraj and Singh, so what is the Yuvraj 6? And I give a space Singh. Yuvraj first name and last name is Singh. But in a second way, I have another thing. Amit Singh, Pradeep Singh, Prabhat Singh. So there are many name and many characters. So I can already decide maximum length. But suppose I don't know what is the length about that. So where you what is I use variable. I use varchar. Suppose address. Someone write address into smaller and someone write address and keep and someone is a very large. So what data type I used? Varchar data type. So keep on your mind this type. And the fourth is primary key. What is primary key? A key is concept. So we know about. I don't need to be. I want to share my screen and prepare according to the geeks for geeks SQL interview questions. Interview questions by GFG. According to that, just see database SQL types of command. I already discussed about according to that. And coming to the next point, varchar. Char is a fixed length if when fully storage, and varchar is type. What is your primary key? A primary key. What is primary key? What is a primary key? A primary key is a unique identifier of your record. Suppose name Yuvraj Singh, Amit Singh, Pradeep Singh, Jitendra Singh, Mamta Singh, Muskan Singh. There are multiple names. But suppose Amit Singh is repeating two times and mobile number is same. If Yuvraj and Amit is two brothers and date of birth should maybe same because he is a twins. So how can you decide who are this? You have no option. Then you are using primary key concept to declare that how can it works. Is it uniquely identified or not? If it work, then you should be give a unique primary and just like that has 001, has 002, has 003, has 004. So if you take any row which is uniquely, this row is uniquely identified, so you can make it a primary key. Suppose mobile number, roll number is a correct example of any student table. Roll number or employee id, department id, product id, order id. So what is that? This is all about primary key. And what is foreign key? What is foreign key? Suppose I have three tables in our database. We taking example of Amazon. I have three types of database. The first one is user id. Authentication process is all about the user's id. The second one is our database. First one is user id, second one is ordered id, third one is payment id, fourth one is what is product id. according to the product. So how can I, if all the architecture is working? Let's see. I am a use. My name is Yuvraj Singh. I want to use a Amazon application, and I need take a project iPhone from ordered from iPhone, and I ordered payment according to the Google payment. So each table needs to be a lead by lead. Each table, each data should be a primary key. So as I user ID is a my primary key. Product ID, payment ID, and order ID. So this is a primary key and foreign key for primary key of each table. So let's see what is a foreign key. Foreign key is used to another table. Suppose ordered ID and I am a user. I want to view history what product I purchased. So I used a product ID as in my user ID table. So I easily identified that I which product I purchased in previously. So this is all around the our product ID and foreign key concept. So in a simple words, what is foreign key? A foreign key is a column. A foreign key is a column on a table that refers to a primary key of in another table. I repeat, a foreign key is a column in a table that refers to a primary key in another table. It established enforced to relationship between two tables. So I am a customer, order is different, product is different, and then many more stuff like that. So these things are working around that foreign key. Okay. What is default constraint? What is the purpose of default constraints? So in my notes, there are no concept default constraint assigned to a variable. I don't know. We move into a normalization. I take water. Please wait. What is normalization? Let's see. A normalization is a process. A normalization is a process in SQL. Normalization is a process to organizing a database to reduce redundancy and improve data integrity. A normalization is a process to reduce redundancy and improve data integrity. What is reduce redundancy? Redundant data means duplication. In my table, suppose I have a Microsoft or Google owner. So you know that currently time a server costing is very high, very high. And if a data is stored in a data format in our table database, so it takes a size. A size is a 4 bytes into multiple times it occurs, so its size is very high. And whenever I have a unlimited database and unlimited transactions, so the server size is costly. So for improvement that what is your main motive? My main motive is that I need to reduce our cost. You know, each a server and each a point, each a technical and each of a engineer is really works around the how can we reduce our cost. So engineer engineer is doing around the thinking about how can we do without low costing and give a high output. So simple concept. So each and everything is noted that if I like that users Amazon employee. So why we should need to work here? Just familiar with that. And normalization is that. What is normalization in simple words? Let's explain it. A normalization is a process in database to reduce data redundancy and uh, give a high to improve data integrity. What is data integrity? Suppose I have got a 10th class in a 90 percentage. Someone comes and he have a access and he edit my percentage in 90 percentage to 39%. So data integrity is lost. So this is a data integrity that we need to maintain here. And so normalization, and we deep dive into a normalization. We need to deep dive into normalization. The first thing is first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, BCNF, fourth normal form, and fifth normal form. Okay. So the first example is that first normal form. What is first normal form? The first normal forms theory said that always each entire zero should, sorry, I want to repeat. The first normal form is saying that remove duplicacy from the row. Suppose I am a user and I order Amazon from Amazon to a product, to product. What is a product? Mouse and keyboard. And someone, another user, Amit, who is ordered from Amazon, what is laptop. And I, whenever I make to a table, I have what again what I stored, user ID, customer ID has 001, has 002. The second one is customer name Yuvraj Singh Amit. Ordered ID at the rate 001, at the rate 002. And what is the product? Mouse keyboard assigned to Yuvraj and laptop is assigned to Amit. So what here happened? Here two, whenever I see in deep, here two data are already exist. Mouse and keyboard that are assigned ordered by Yuvraj. So here there are two elements are assigning to the same element row. So this is a problem. Suppose I order 10 order. If we think around the larger scale, so how can we think according around that? How can I think? I think around that. If I am a Yuvraj Singh, I order a 20 products in at a time. So you know what is the size of the row? How can increment mouse, laptop, keyboard, icon, kernel, and many more things that are such as all that stuff. So you know that redundant data. So this is the problem. So how can we reduce that? We singly classified tables according to the product ID. Which product? Here three columns are making. Firstly, ordered ID. Second, customer ID. The third one is ordered ID. Suppose I make has 007 Yuvraj Singh, has 002 Amit Singh. The second table is made has 001 for which has 001 for which at the rate 001 for which ordered ID. ठीक? And the second thing is that at the rate 002. And the product ID is that another was it dollar laptop, dollar mouse, dollar this, and this is a dollar which is a redundant and I associated with our customer ID as well as our ordered ID. So we add there two rows as well as. So if we need to find, we I perform a denormalization as well as. So after performing denormalization, the that rows, that tables are I divided into multiple tables. It is a make a unique table. You know that it's integrated into a single table. So after what is denormalization is that denormalization means, what is denormalization? To adding table. What is normalization? How can I apply on the normalization? I applied by I divided into a single table into multiple tables according to our needs. So this is a normalization. And what is denormalization? If my problem is solved, I add all of the tables and I implement it into a single table. So this concept is what is known denormalization. So this is all around the concept of denormalization. And coming to the second normal form. So what is second normal form is saying that it should be a first normal form. Suppose no duplication is available. and I open the chat GPT. Secret normalization is that second normal form and non-prime. Let's see second normal form. How can we update it? I have a student ID, course ID, and course fee. So what is their problem? I have a problem. Student ID number is one because one student can purchase a multiple course and multiple course are purchased by many students. So what is here relation? Many to many relation. Okay. So got it? Then student number 1, course file number C1. Student number 2, course number C2. Student number 1, course number 4. Because student 1 student can purchase many course. Student number 4, course purchase course 3. Student number 4, purchase course 4 C1. So this is all around the database and it is all around the fees. So there are many courses having by student fees or course fees cannot be decided into course number. So let's see. Course 1 fees is 1000. Course 4 is 2000. Course 3 is 1000. Course 5, course 1 is 1000. You know that. How duplication is available here? Course C1 fees is 1000 and course C3 fees is 1000. So how if I in my mind came around what what is course of C3? So it should be possible. It possible that it may possible. Course 3 is whenever I find a query, I put a query. What is the fees around the C3 and it takes a C1 course result because value are same. Duplicacy is available here. So this is the problem. How can we improve? How can we solve this problem? So firstly, I make a two table. The first is student ID and course ID, course name, number. One two one two one two one two one two. Firstly, student number is already student courses and courses table C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. And so student ID there are two tables. Split into two tables, student tables and course tables. So student tables is around that, course table is around that. Now second problem is that now the stable course fee depends on the course number. What is ensured that course fees is depends on a course number. Course fee is depends on a course number. You got it? Course 1 is fees 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, whatever the fees. The student course table ensure the no partial dependencies. And what is the motive of second normal form? No partial dependencies. It should be ultimate, all of itself dependent. It should be itself dependent. How is it possible? Because I see course course fee is dependent on course number and course number is dependent on a student ID. Course fee is dependent on course number. So the student course is dependent on a fees number. So this is a partial dependence. So we need to improve our version. How can we do? AB to C and BC to C determine D. Here suppose AB is C, ABC together determines what is example 2. Consider the following function dependence on our relation A, B, C, D. There are four elements we have. In the above relation, AB is only one candidate key and there is no partial dependencies because B is not around that. AB is a candidate key and AB is only candidate key. There is no partial dependencies. And BC extends to D. BC is together determine if any property AB subset doesn't determine. And what is partial dependencies? Firstly, concept. A function dependencies that X tends to by, where X and by an attribute a set of relation. In a partial dependencies, if someone attribute A belongs to X and can be removed by dependencies, it holds. I don't understand. I repeat. Before that, I drink a water. I drink some water. What is functional dependencies? A functional dependency is denoted as X tends to Y, where X and Y attribute set. And a relation is a partial dependency if someone belongs to the X, can be removed, and can be still hold. For example, if we have two functions X and Y and X composite key of made by multiple columns and remove two column to fix that. This is a really very tough.
In the previous video, we talked about first normal form. The idea was simple that a particular cell of your table should not have multiple values, right? If a customer has multiple phone numbers, they should not be stored in one cell of your table. Either you split them across multiple columns. In the previous video, we talked about first normal form. The idea was simple that a particular cell of your table should not have multiple values, right? If a customer has multiple phone numbers, they should not be stored in one cell of your table. Either you split them across multiple columns or multiple rows, or you make multiple tables. But one cell of your table should not have multiple values. That was first normal form. Let's now talk about second normal form. The second normal form table columns, right? If a customer has multiple phone numbers, should not be stored in one cell of your table. Either you split them across multiple columns or multiple rows, or you make multiple tables. But one cell of your table should not have multiple values. That was first normal form. Let's now talk about second normal form. The second normal form says that no partial functional dependency. What it means is no non-prime attribute should depend upon partial candidate key. So let me just remind the definition of candidate key. A candidate key is minimal key that defines all attributes of a table, which means all attributes are functionally dependent upon this. What is prime attribute? So this is candidate key. A prime attribute is any attribute which is part of any candidate key. Any attribute which is part of any candidate key. This is prime attribute, right? So we have candidate key definition, we have prime attribute definition. Let's understand what does this say. This says that no non-prime attribute should depend upon partial functional dependency. So all the non-prime attributes, all the attributes which are not part of candidate key, they should depend on full candidate key only. It should not happen that part of any candidate key, any attribute which is part of any candidate key. This is prime attribute, right? So we have candidate key definition, we have prime attribute definition. Let's understand what does this say. This says that no non-prime attribute should depend upon partial functional dependency. So all the non-prime attributes, all the attributes which are not part of candidate key, they should depend on full candidate key only. It should not happen that a part of candidate key is defining them. Let's understand with this example. We have multiple users, course IDs of the courses that they have purchased, and course fee of the courses which they have purchased. So user number 1 has purchased two courses, CS101 and CS102, and these are the fees of these courses. Now, what is the candidate key in this table? User ID alone cannot be a candidate key because one user might have purchased multiple courses. So candidate key is user ID and course ID combination. So this is your candidate key. Now this table, user ID alone cannot be a candidate key because one user might have purchased multiple courses. So candidate key is user ID and course ID combination. So this is your candidate key. Now, do you see partial functional dependency? So, what is the non-prime attribute here? Non-prime attribute is the only attribute, course fee. All the other attributes are prime attributes because they are part of a candidate key. So this non-prime attribute depends partially upon the candidate key that we have defined. The candidate key is user ID and course ID alone defines the course fees. There is a functional dependency that says course ID defines course fee. So this schema or this table is not in second normal form because there is a part of candidate key which defines a non-prime attribute. So not in second normal form. How do we make it in second normal form? You may try doing yourself. You may pause this video now and try doing yourself. It's non-prime attribute is the only attribute, course fee. All the other attributes are prime attributes because they are part of a candidate key. So this non-prime attribute depends partially upon the candidate key that we have defined. The candidate key is user ID and course ID alone defines the course fees. There is a functional dependency that says course ID defines course fee. So this schema or this table is not in second normal form because there is a part of candidate key which defines a non-prime attribute. So not in second normal form. How do we make it in second normal form? You may try doing yourself. You may pause this video now and try doing yourself. It's simple. The idea is to break this table into two tables. So you will have one table, user ID and course ID. And then you will have another table, which is course ID and course fees. And now you can see that in this setup, you are not storing the same course fee at multiple places. So this avoids redundancies and anomalies in your database once you have converted it into second normal form. So your one course fees will be stored at only one place. In this video, we talked about second normal form. Second normal form says that no partial dependency, which means no non-prime attribute should partially depend upon any candidate key.
So, what is the third normal form? The third normal form is that remove transitive dependencies. The first normal form ensure the table has a primary key and no atomic column, no repeating column, no repeating groups or elements. The second normal form is what is that? Remove partial dependencies. Suppose student is not dependent on a teacher ID. Student should not be dependent on a department ID. Student should not be dependent on a face ID. So this is all about the second normal form. And how can we achieve that? It should be a first normal form, first condition. Second condition is that, what is the second condition? The second condition is that it should have not no it should have every non-prime attribute is a fully functional dependent on a candidate key, and the relation is a relation can be in a first normal form, and every non-prime attribute is fully functionally dependent on a candidate key, and this is a relation is in a second normal form. A relation in a first normal form is a dependent on non-prime key attribute. A non-prime attribute is a fully functional dependent on a candidate key. So this is our first part of video, and I started till sometimes later the second part of SQL interview question. Thanks. Bye bye.